What's up, community? We're back here in the building. We finally got all our comics out of the shop. You know how it is, especially December comes along, the holidays, so I was not able to pick up all my comics that I wanted to, every week. But the good thing is my comic shop, what happens is you have a box number, and every week, the comics that you subscribe to get put into that box. You can come in at any time and pick them up. So that's really dope right there. I like that. You just have to make sure you check your box once a month or so, just not that it gets too full. I was able to 3 weeks ago pick up a lot of other comics, just go in there and pick out the ones I really wanted to read right away. I was able to finish up like the Shadowland, the New Avengers, and the Thanos storyline that was going on. But you know what I'm saying, I went in there yesterday, picked up a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying, you'll see a lot of older stuff in here that you guys probably have already read, but you know what, it's all good. So first off, we got the Batman Darkest Night, or the Dark Knight I should say. This is one of my favorite artists, David Finch. This guy is a boss when it comes to art, man. I love his work. It's so super real. He draws Batman just so dope. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of the sickest artists out there. I actually got to meet him at the con. You know what? Every time you meet like an artist, they never look what you think they would look like. But he was a hell of a cool dude. So I'm really looking forward to reading this lineup. It started off pretty slow based like I thought it would, but the storyline to it is really dope. So definitely check that out if you can. You see this? We got all these old ones and new Ultimates issue 4. Like when the Ultimates first started up, I was one of those guys that didn't get into it just because it was so different. I was like, what's Marvel doing? But right before I picked up a trade, the very first Ultimates, and I was just blown away by it. And I was like, man, I gotta start reading these. So I think at the time they were on the newest one right before Ultimatum came out, which was really sick. So you got all these ones. There's Blade in the Ultimate Universe. This is the latest one that came out. That's dope. So I got to get in and read all these. It'll only take me about, what, a day and a half to read all these. You know what I'm saying? I've already knocked out a few issues. Invincible Iron Man has been a great line. I highly recommend this to any comic readers out there. There's a lot of dialogue for these, but the storyline, the writing has just been so good. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, the artwork is great. It's not, over the top. But the story's just been really good. Tony Stark getting his rise back to, where he once was. It's just been really good story. So definitely check that out if you can. Carnage. This is the second issue. Creighton Crane. He's just awesome artist too. His stuff is like super real. Really digging his style. And he, when I first got on the horn with him is when they had the Venom and Carnage issues out, and that was just a sick read. And then of course he did he did Toxin, I believe, which is really dope. So definitely check that out. Secret Avengers, I really love the team they assembled. The story is it's okay, what I'm saying, it's not the best in the world, but like I said, there's a lot of action in this comic, in the Secret Avengers, so it really holds you over. Of course we got all these damn Hulks we got to read. I love this art right here. This cover is sick. And I'm a huge fan of cover arts too. I really dig that. But you know what? A lot of these covers can be misleading at times, because you'll see like this, two guys duking it out, and in the comic, they never even look at each other. But that's just how it is. But still, nonetheless, very sick art. Here goes the latest one that came out, 28. So this would be sick to read. I got all the Supermans I need to finally read and catch up on. Like I said, we'll get all into it, be squared away. And Superman Week is still coming. I'm just waiting on a few more things. Now you can see all the old school, not old school, but the older, brightest days. Back from 14. Oh man, I got to catch up. I actually read this one last night. It was really good. 16, 15. And here we got it, 17. You can see they're doing their new little new covers, with the single character on the front. This one's by David Finch. You can see his work is sick. Very, very dope. Green Lanterns. I've always preached, if you want to get into DC in any way, read their comics. Definitely start out with Green Lanterns. It's the brutal series. Saying there's a lot of action, great characters, absolutely tremendous characters, and the writing is really good. Jeff Johns does an excellent job with them. I love this. This is gonna be sick. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Love the Red Lanterns. They're so dope. Green Lantern Corps. That's dope. And then we got the Superman, Batman. Now, it's been a good line. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping 80 they'll get back to Superman, and Batman. They've just been focused on a lot of other, characters. But the artwork is great. I love the way they draw Superman. It's really sick. And of course, Batman from the Incorporated. So it's gonna be sick. And I guess not Nightwing, but Nightwing. Dick Grayson's gonna stay as Batman in Gotham for a while. So that's it. So I got a lot of reading to catch up on, and like I've always said, make sure you read your comics, people. Even if you're not a big comic person, just more of a figure person. Definitely go in there and pick up a comic. Just even at your local grocery store. I mean, they sell them there. Just help support the industry even more. It's very important that we keep the comic industry going, because the more comics if they'll push out, more new characters they'll come out with, and more new figures. Because these always come first in my mind. The comics will always come first, and then the figures follow from that. So definitely help support the line. It just really helps all of us, as collectors of comics and figures as well. And you guys give me some recommendations too on what you think I should be reading right now, because I do read a lot of other things. I got the X-Force going on. Let's see, New Avengers is still in there. Deadpool I still read, but I had to cut back a lot of titles over the winter. So you guys tell me, what should I be reading? What out there is dope? And I'll if you give me something really good, I'll pick it up and maybe talk about it some more. Alright, you guys, peace.